Welcome to our channel Tech LTE World. Today we'll be discussing about a topic called DCI. DCI stands for Downlink Control Information. The main role of DCI is nothing but doing the L1 signaling. With the help of DCI, we can basically get the detailed information about which resource block actually carrying the data. As we know, there can be various resource block which can be allocated to a particular UE or user, but out of which certain resource block carries the information which is needed by the user. So this DCI which is allocated to the user tells the user about at which resource block actually the data contains. The next important role of DCI is it basically tells which type of modulation scheme we'll be using to decode the data. Okay. DCI format is and these DCI formats are transmitted in the channel called as PDCCH. Okay. And without decoding this DCI, the decoding of data is not at all possible. So decoding of DCI is very important. There are various DCI format available which been allocated to the user. Basically there are six formats. There are such 6 formats of DCI, out of which one format is for UL scheduling, 2 formats are for non-MIMO DL scheduling, 1 format for MIMO DL scheduling, and 2 formats are for UL power control. Okay. And each formats carries different information. So So we'll be discussing about each formats in detail in the upcoming slides. So the types of DCI format, if we basically there are 2 types of DCI format. One is the downlink DCI format and second is the uplink DCI format. And under downlink DCI format, these are the various formats which are available. Format 1, format 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, and 2 and 2A comes under downlink DCI format. And under uplink DCI format, we have format 0, format 3, and format 3A. So this is the very good representation about the classification of various DCI and how it is allocated to the user. Okay. So if you see, as I told earlier, that DCI has been distributed into 2 parts, right? One is the DL scheduling and UL scheduling. Out of which this DL scheduling is can also be classified further into type 0, type 1, and type 2. And and if you see the type 0, we can see that these are the various information which comes under type 0. First is the resource block group based RBG based, which comes under DCI format 1. It means that DCI format 1 will be containing the information resource block group based. Okay. So anybody who gets the information of RBG based can say that he has been allocated a DCI format 1. Okay. And under DCI format 2, for type he will be getting the RBG based MIMO closed loop. Means if anyone using the MIMO related functionality, so under the RBG based they will be allocated a DCI format of 2 actually, right? And for DCI format 2A, if someone has been allocated allocated DCI format 2A, it means that he will be getting information of MIMO open loop RBG based. The second classification is the type 1. Okay. So under type 1, we'll be getting the allocation of selected RBG subset based. Okay. So it means that out of various RBGs, some of the RBG have been selected here. So that's why we're calling the name as selected RBG based. So it has also been there are also 3 classifications on it, like selected RBG subset based, selected RBG subset based MIMO closed loop, selected RBG based MIMO open loop. Okay. So these three are also being classified into same DCI format. Is classified into DCI format 2, 2A, and 1A. Okay. and then the in type 2 classification, they will be allocated the virtual resource block scheduling. Okay, so out of which we have VRB based compact scheduling plus random access, which comes under DCI format 1A. And under DCI format 1B we have the BRB based compact scheduling with MIMO, and under DCI format 1C we have BRB based very compact scheduling. Okay, and then 1D we have BRB based compact scheduling with MIMO and power offset. And then finally we have the UL scheduling, which do not have any further classification. Only one classification is there, for which we have VRB based UL scheduling, which comes under DCI format 0. So if someone goes to know about this different informations, so by seeing it one can know, okay, I have been allocated this particular DCI. Okay, so so knowing about this information is enough to basically know one that which DCI format has been allocated to the user, right? And finally we have the mapping of RNTI and ACI mapping. So in the RNTI video which we uploaded previously, so there I have discussed that various RNTI are has been he's been connected with is been associated with a particular DCI format. So for example, if you see in this table, format 0 DCI format has been assigned a RNTI of CRNTI, SPS CRNTI, right? And format 1A has been assigned this particular RNTI like SIRNTI, PRNTI, RARNTI, CRNTI, SPS CRNTI. So this shows that with each format of DCI we have we have all these particular RTIs. So for the selection of DCI, the RNTI is very important. So with the help of RNTI, a particular DCI format can be selected. So the mapping of this RNTI and DCI is very important for one's need to know. Okay. So this is what means we need to discuss about the DCI. Hope the video was knowledgeful, and we have discussed as much as we can regarding the DCI. Hope to see you in the next video. Keep watching and supporting us. Thank you.